Jack from the Commonwealth Sports Club.
What's going on? I'm Ryan Maceo.
And we're going to show you the warm-up for your program for the 30-day challenge. Okay? So let's start with the first one, which is going to be the quadruped belly breathing. So I'm just going to have Ryan assume a quadruped position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips with a nice flat back. And I'm going to ask him to come up into a rounded position, rounded the back, tucking the ribcage up under, squeezing his glutes. And then from there, I'm going to ask him to take a nice deep breath in through his nose, and then exhale fully through his mouth, like he's breathing through a straw. And then once all of his air is gone, I'm going to ask him to pause for 2 count. And after that pause, we'll take a big inhale, try to expand that upper back with that air. Then again, exhale fully through your mouth until all your air is gone. We're going to do 4 breaths. Yep. And the goal here is you're trying to really get the abdominal muscles to engage that are deep inside that core in that rounded back position, giving us a nice stretch and core activation at the same time. Plank with belly breathing. So we're going to come down to a plank position here with the forearms underneath our shoulders, elbows underneath the shoulders, extending the legs out to the toes. So a nice flat back position. We're going to start by squeezing the glutes, and then from there we're going to take a nice inhale through the nose, and full deep inhale through the nose, trying to expand your belly. And then we're going to exhale fully through the mouth, breathing out like you're breathing through a straw until all of your air is gone. We're going to pause for a 2 count once that air is gone, and then take a nice big inhale through the nose. And we're going to try to expand that belly fully in like a 360 direction all the way around, holding that position at the same time. You're going to feel quite a load on those deep abdominals, and you might see a little shake happening in the body, and that's okay. Those are the muscles engaging. Okay? I'm going to go 5 breaths there, and then relax. Side lying windmill. So we're going to start off lying on our side with our top knee propped up on top of the foam roller with the knee at belly button height, bottom leg nice and straight, hands on top of each other. So we're bringing the top hand forward a little bit. Then from there, we're going to come around the head, following our hand with our eyes. And as we pass the head, we're going to flip the hand over, reaching out until we're in line with the opposite hand. All the way out, breathing as we go. And then we're going to come back, alligator jaws, bring it back together, and repeat. Breathe out as we go, keeping that knee down, extend. And alligator jaws, bring it back over your close. Nice, and relax. And we're going to do that 6 times per side. Single leg glute bridge. And what we're going to do here is we're going to start off lying on our back. And we're going to bring one leg up in line with the opposite. So we'll bring that leg up here if we can, right? And then from there, we're going to drive through our right heel, squeezing the glute, bridging our hips up off the floor. And then we're going to lower back down to the floor with good control, making sure we don't hyperextend through that lower back. Squeezing that glute as we go. I'm going to repeat for 8 on each side. Drive that heel, squeeze your glute, bridging those hips up. Again, avoiding that hyperextension in the lower back, only coming up through that glute. Again, 8 times on each side. So mini band walks, we're going to work on activating the glutes to help stabilize the knees and protect our knees while we squat and deadlift. So we're going to have Ryan here perform some mini band walks. Simply getting the band above the knee and one above the ankles. We're going to form a nice athletic stance, and then from there we're going to proceed by moving sideways, keeping the knee over top of the toe the whole time. Stepping out, stepping in, keeping tension on that band as we go. We're going to go about 12 steps out, 12 steps back. Okay, so let's return from there. Okay, keep the body nice and solid. Trying to make sure that we don't wobble from side to side. Nice, good. Then we're going to turn, we're going to head forward and backwards now. Okay, keeping those feet shoulder width apart. Again, knees over top of the toes. Moving forward. Yeah, we're going to go 12 steps forward. Once we get out there, we're going to turn 12 steps back. Making sure that we stay nice and wide with our feet, keeping the toes straight ahead. Very nice. So no money with the band. We're going to put the band around the wrist, kind of just above the hands there. Okay? Get the hands right alongside your side, palms up, shoulder blades are backing out. And we're just kind of trying to excellently rotate the hands as wide as we can, bring it back in nice and slow. We're going to go 12 to 15 repetitions with this. And really feel the shoulders kind of fatigue a little bit, but it's okay. We're activating that rotator cuff. So clapping penguin and continue our shoulder activation. We'll start with the band around the wrist. Right at waist height, shoulder blades are back and down. We're going to create some oscillations in the band as we work up overhead as high as we can. And then we're going to keep those oscillations going, working it back down until we return to waist level. At that point, we'll return and take the thumb down towards the thigh and continue, same thing, creating oscillations, working it overhead. Keeping that pressure outward on that band the whole time. And working it back towards that waist. Keeping that going nice and quick with the hands, but slow with the arm motion from up to down. You're going to really feel that in those shoulders. So what else we're going to stretch, what we're going to do here is we're going to start to open up the hips and create some thoracic spine mobility. So we're going to have Ryan step out with his right leg, move down into a lunge. Put his hands on the ground, and then rock his hips back, coming into a nice hamstring stretch. Drop back down, take the right hand, try to open up, create some rotational motion there. Back to the floor, chest up, and stand right up. We'll repeat on the opposite side. Step out to lunge, hands to the floor, rock back into a nice stretch, back down, and rotate the opposite hand this time. Let the eyes follow the hand, nice tall chest, and stand up. Do that 6 on each side. The side lunge, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by stepping to the side, creating some lateral motion. So step over to the right, sit into that heel, load up that hip, and push right back to the center. Then we're going to repeat on the opposite side, sitting into that heel, get the hips back, push back to the center. We're going to repeat 6 per side. Prone shoulder touch. I'm going to have Ryan come down to the ground and assume a plank position with his hands underneath his shoulders, onto his toes with nice straight legs. We're going to have him start by squeezing his glutes, engaging the core, and then from there I'll reach across, touch the opposite shoulder with his hand, maintaining core stability, and then we're going to switch side to side for 8 repetitions on each side. The final component of our warm-up is going to be some cardiovascular work. So we're going to simply do some jumping jacks for 30 seconds. Ryan to perform nice easy jump jacks, and as we go, we'll have to pick up the pace just a little bit, get that heart rate up, and bring up that core temperature.